All right. Wow. Wow. Look at everybody in here. All right. Give it up for yourselves. One time, one time. Yes. Wow. Okay, let me adjust my hat, pop my collar a little bit. Wow, we are here at the Winter 21 101 virtual showcase. This is a culmination of 16 weeks of hard work, determination, and vision from our mentees and mentors who have one common goal, and that's to make sure that tech literacy is accessible to everybody. Because here at Emergent Works, we believe excellence in code can come from anyone. Trust me, you're going to hear that a few times today because it's the truth. It is the truth. So as I look at everybody in, oh my gosh, I'm scrolling in, scrolling. Yes, this shows the community effort that we continue to put forth and that we keep and that we hope that we can continue to do. You guys showing up, or everybody showing up today, isn't just to, big up the mentees and their passion projects. It is, but we really want to show the mentees that, yo, this is a community. This is really what happens when you stick together, you put a plan in place, and you execute. Right now, we're going to really shine light on some of the brightest stars that the future of the tech industry has. And I'm really excited to not only be a former mentee, but to have been a part of providing the resources for this cohort to be able to succeed. So before we start jumping into the business, I want to first shout out all the mentees, some of them who are here, some of them who aren't, and that is Jesse Martinez, Starsky Rivas, Garvey Moore, Nola Rodney, Karan Jones, Madison Butler, Ian Norstad, Jason Ingram, Diana Restrepo, Donald Scissors, Chloe, Raymond Banda, Jordan Jackson, Ileana Lugo, Deanna McCargo, James Saunders, Latonya Shepard Walker, Labrie Fulcher, David Susanker, James Curry, Dino Solizano, Richard Tari, Andrew Goodman, Patricia Acosta, Rosalind Smith, Patrice Smith, Nicholas Porter. Make some noise. I love it. Yes. And yes, as much as the success of the mentees are going to be celebrated today, we want to also give a shout out to all of the mentors, the amazing mentors that help guide our mentees into the promised land. And those mentors are Alex Currat, Amanda Liu, Margaret Shervish, Kareem Ames, Nikki Nakui. Please excuse me if I mispronounce anybody's names, but Alicia Underhill, Sean Scanlon, John Castellan, Jordan Miller, Sarah Hamdi, Ashni Shah, Josh Goldberg, Liz DeWolf, Nicole Nussbaum, Erica Tiagi, Amy Lau, Perry Kate, Jin Jin, Mike Cargill, Lindsay Meese, Chelsea Troy, Jonathan Hines, Jonah Ullman, Mike Yavorsky, Daniel Dickinson, Julia Kaiserman, Hope Johnson, Jonathan Zuckerman. Make some noise! Amazing. Wow, I can go on all day about our amazing pairs, but I would love to pass the mic over to our amazing executive director, Army Armstead. What you want to say to the people, man?
Yo, man, this is real graduation vibes right now. Like, I'm really ODing with the applause, but like, I'm really excited to be here, really excited to celebrate all of you. Just want to say thank you. Thank you for, pardon me, continuously showing up and supporting Emergent Works as we continue to grow. We really just a year and a half old, and like all of this success that is coming from this program, this organization is simply because of this community, simply because of these mentees. Like every year, it just gets better and better. We meet more people, and it's like y'all are really a blessing to us professionally and personally. So thank you for showing up. Thank you for being consistent, and like as you guys continue your journey into the tech industry, mentees, like stay diligent, continue to represent number one, yourself, your community, continue to move with integrity, continue to have that hunger, that passion. We say it all the time, but you know, discipline is the bridge between thought and accomplishment. And whatever we want, everything that we're working for is literally on the other side of discipline. It's not going to be comfortable. You're going to have to step out of your comfort zone. You're going to have to put in those extra hours. But when you're looking at when you're looking at Zoom and you see your mentor, they did that. They did that, and now they're in a position to feed that same energy into you. So just want to just remind you, keep going. And one thing about this community is like today, this is not the end. We're just celebrating this milestone. We expect all of you to come back. We expect to support you if you don't come back. Whatever your journey is, EW wants to support. We want to be there. We want to see you win. We're going to celebrate you no matter what. And to the mentors, thank you. Thank you so much for being the ones who were courageous enough to support this program, the ones that stepped out of your comfort zone to give back, to learn how to teach, to learn, you know, about this community. And like, you are amazing. You showed up. You guys give us feedback. The outcomes, the growth outcomes committee has been like extremely hands-on in supporting the new development for the standardized curriculum coming. So has the ENS team. So we're like, thank you for your feedback. Thank you for who you are and showing up in this space and supporting and representing EW. Tell your network. We want to see them. We want to see your colleagues here. We want to see your staff here. We want to see anybody that you know in the tech industry coming. If they have the time and they have the capacity, we want to see them as mentors. We want your feedback. We want your experience. So that's my speech for today, but really truly do love you guys. And one day we getting a little closer, but this showcase will be back in person. So we're gonna figure it out, you know, but until then, we're gonna always celebrate each other. Shout out to the computers, shout out to Zoom, shout out to the digital era, but we definitely gonna get that interpersonal connection going soon. Pass it back to you, Eli.
All right, thank you so much, Army. One time for Army. Yes, yes. All right, so moving right along, we want to jump into a bit of what's been happening with the greater EW community, and two people who are able to who will be able to break that down for you. First up is Juan Dubose. He is the next gen. You know what? I'm not even gonna tell you about Juan. I'm gonna let Juan tell you about Juan. Take the mic, man.
Y'all can hear me? How y'all doing? I'm Juan Dubose. As Eli just stated, I'm a re-entry mentor for Emergent Works. I'm new to Emergent Works family and community, and I'm extremely excited to be here with you guys. As part of my position here with Emergent Works, I work with youth between the ages of 16 and 25, teaching them digital literacy and computer technology and software skills through the great programs that Emergent Works already have, and assisting them with mentorship and guidance outside. I'm really happy to be here with everyone. I'm excited that everyone has reached this milestone. I'm excited for the milestones that I'm gonna reach. I'm gonna see what programs that I want to do, but I definitely am excited and happy to be here with the Emergent Works family and community. And thank you for my time. I'm gonna pass it over to Paola, and thank you.
Hi, everybody. I'm Paola. I'm the community outreach coordinator here. So, you know, that's a big title for simply just managing our community, finding ways how I could support you, whether you're a mentee, a mentor, you're just somebody that's here to support us for the cause. And I also have the pleasure of creating events to, you know, honor everybody. And one event that we are hosting very shortly is our Women's History Month Paint and Sip. It's on Sunday, March 27th from 12:30 to 3:30 p.m. It'll be hosted in Brooklyn. We will be sharing our Eventbrite link. There are only a couple of seats open, I would say about 25. We would love to have our female identifying community members come and join us. There's going to be, you know, paint, a little bit of mimosas, a little bit of brunch. So yeah, we would love to see you all there. I think I'm done speaking. I'm going to throw it back to Eli. Thank you, everybody. So happy to be here.
All right, everybody. Boom. Can you guys see me? Okay, bet I'm back. Thank you so much for those updates. We will get that Eventbrite link circulating in the chat for you. For all the female identifying community members, we will absolutely love to have you. We always got a few tricks up our sleeve. We have some I don't know, should I say amazing, delicious, bomb, just delicious food that is going to be ready for you, but we'll talk about that another time. So I just want to talk to you guys a little bit about perseverance, and goal setting, because our next speaker, who goes by the name of Yusuf Boldin, is, man, perfect example of that. And just speaking to this particular cohort, I've sat in pretty much, well, not pretty much, on every single sharing circle that we've had, and I've gotten to see you guys grow in ways that don't always relate to code. And when we're talking about coding and just sharpening our technical skills, it's not always about how good we are with, the symbols and the numbers and syntax. It's about how much we believe we can, or we believe in ourselves that we can do these things. How much we can confide in our peers to ask these questions that we don't understand, because no question is stupid. Every question helps lead you to an answer. It helps lead you to the higher version of yourself. And I'm so excited to have seen so many of my particular peers from my cohort sticking with it and landing jobs, getting internships, apprenticeships. This is what it is. This is the future of technology, and it does not have to look like a regular Ivy League graduation. This is the graduation. This is the new Ivy League. This is what it is this is what it means to be able to stick with something, to persevere, and to reap all the benefits. So speaking of all those things, I would love to introduce Yusuf Boldin, who is actually an EW team member, but I'm not about to blow up his stats. I'm gonna let him do it. Yusuf, grab the mic.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's going on, everyone? Yes. I'm so happy to be here. As Eli said, I'm a member of the EW team. I actually graduated from a partner program, learning code, and from there I got my first chance to get my feet wet in coding with a 3-week apprenticeship with EW, and spent a year over at Columbia University in their IT department, and now I'm working as a software engineer here at Emergent Works. So I'm actually a software engineer, and I'm also an instructor at the program that I graduated from. So it's been an incredible journey. I still can't believe it sometimes, and I'm actually out on the road now. I took a trip to Chicago. I have paid vacation now and all kinds of craziness. And it's just unbelievable. Some days I wake up and I'm like, wow, this is really happening. And so one thing that I wanted to speak on is just when I first started my coding journey, I thought, yeah, I'm going to go work for, all of the big blue blood companies. I wanted to go out there, but I realized that the culture and the environment that exists within those companies is nothing like we have at EW. EW just has this tremendous like when we say family, it really is family here at EW. Like it's just nothing like anything else. And so EW is going to take down the blue bloods the way the St. Peter's College of Jersey City took down Kentucky University this past weekend, for those that are watching March Madness. I think code is something that's so inherent in us. I mean, when we look at our just genetic code, we look at the hieroglyphics, the code of Hammurabi, black codes.
You call Gigi and tell her I'm watching something on my phone. I'll call her back. I can't log out of this.
Hot mic. Somebody got caught on the hot mic. So, you know, we look at the code of Hammurabi, black codes, or the ghetto code from Gil Scott Heron, or the G code of the street organizations. Like everything around this is dealing with code. So it's only natural that we come down this path and deal with code, because code is like the great equalizer. It's like code doesn't care about anything. It doesn't care about your race, your religion, your ethnicity, doesn't care if your gender identity. It doesn't care about anything. It doesn't care about what school you went to, whether you grew up poor, whether you grew up in the projects. It doesn't care about any of that stuff. All code cares about is, can you write the code? And so that's the environment. That's like the foundation of it. And everything in EW is just about love and everyone wanting everyone to grow. Like we're growing as a team. You know, every person is in a position and the person is growing within that position. Many of us have come to EW with no experience in the positions that we're working in, and we're growing right within the position. You know, there's nothing like that anywhere else out there. Everyone else wants you to come pre-packaged, but EW doesn't operate like that. EW takes you where you are and gives you all the tools that you need and all the help that you can get to get you where you want to go. They say, well, where do you want to go with this? If you say, I want to go beyond Pluto, then the EW is going to make sure that that's where you get. So I could talk about EW all day, you know, don't tempt me because I will, but I just want to say to those that are just new to coding, welcome. You know, for those that were in this current cohort, I see a couple of, you know, were part of JTC as well. So I'm glad to see you here, and I'm glad to see people coming along this coding journey. Because like I said, code is the great equalizer, and it gives you the opportunity to put you in a position to make, you know, sustainable income. It gives you that freedom. It gives you that chance to be creative. All of these things come together in coding, and so I'm just glad to be here. I'm glad you all are here. I'm gonna pass it back to Eli, I believe. Thank you all for your attention, and EW for life, for real.
One more time for Yusuf. Now everybody can drop all the applause they want. Go for it, go for it, go for it. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Well, seeing how we're talking about code and pretty much the power of the mentee, I would like to now enter the passion project portion or phase of the showcase. How does that sound? Thumbs up if that sounds all right. Good, good. All right. So our first passion project comes from a mentee by the name of Garvey Moore. Now, he wasn't able to join us today, so he extends all of his praise, says what's up to everybody. But his mentor Kareem is here, and before we play his passion project, Kareem, would you like to say a few words about your experience with in EW and with Garvey?
Yeah, sure. You can hear me, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. You put me on the spot there. I didn't come prepared, but that's all right. No, it's always been a pleasure. You know, EW is the perfect opportunity to marry my two passions, giving back and technology. And you know, Garvey made that a whole lot easier. Very smart young man, came in with a passion, very hungry to learn more, and you know, this was all a pleasure. So, I feel like this is my project. Like just seeing him flourish, even though he did all the work. It's just, you know, just seeing him like every day, I ask more questions and put together this presentation. It was really proud to see. It was really rewarding. So I hope you guys enjoy it as well.
Hey, good afternoon. My name is Garvey Moore, and this is my passion project of Gilcher de Sadon mobile chatbot. Now, the mobile chatbot is used for interacting with different consumers based on a series of questions and answers. And right here, we have the technology stack that we use. So first we have the JavaScript, which is the programming language that we use to develop this code. and mobile chatbot. We have the GitHub, which is where we save the code. And this is the link where you can go check it out on your own time. We have the Twilio SMS API, which we actually connected everything so it could run efficiently and smoothly. We have Node.js. We have ngrok, which is another application we use to connect to the server so everything can run efficiently and smooth. And finally, the Visual Studio Code application we use to actually type up this code to make this come alive. And at the end, we have my LinkedIn profile link. So if you want to connect with me, there it is. Now, why make a mobile chatbot for your business? I'm glad you asked. For me, I love to personalize different things. So this is a great way to personalize people's desires through technology based on the answers they gave the chatbot. Now, it's easy, simple, and fast, and it's another great way to interact with the consumer. We want to be able to compete at a high level, so this technology mobile chatbot is a great way to compete at that level that we want. And obviously, we want to dominate the market because we want to have the best of the best. And obviously, ultimately, you want to increase efficiency in the consumer experience while having great customer service. Now, right here, we're going through the process, and these 3 different pictures you see is me going through the process. So first, we have, in this picture, we have me trying to send text messages, and it's coming back. It's received, but it's not delivering or returning back to me. So you see the different red, within the red, you see that it's not returning, which is the error. And on the right picture, you see that is the server. The left and the right are the same, but the right-hand side is the internal server error. So it's called a 500 error, which is the internal service error. So I had to go into my code and see and find the error to find out which is going wrong so I could reverse it and for it to be properly, to be able for it to be properly executed. Now, the last picture you see back down here is everything running smoothly. I was able to break through, and now we're executing properly from the incoming messages to the outgoing API, and it's being received and delivered. So we was able to successfully do that. Now, in this one, this is the finished product. As you will see everything going from beginning to the end with the mobile chatbot. And let's just take a watch. We have 3 different options to choose from, 1, 2, or 3. We choose 1. Then what type of fabric are you interested? We have bonnets or do-rags. Let's choose bonnets. I love bonnets, don't you? Now, what kind of fabric are you interested in? Silk satin or velour? Let's just say I like silk satin. It feels nice on my head. But the time takes a little bit of time for it to respond. And that is the actual link which will take you to the website with the desired merchandise that you want. So in this case, you have bonnets. So you have the Trinity bonnet, you have the Guyanese bonnets, you have the Ghanaian bonnet, you have the Nigerian bonnet, you have the Canadian bonnet, the Haiti bonnet, and the Guinea bonnet. So let's move on for sake of time. Now, next steps for the brand. My next step is to integrate the mobile chatbot onto the website so we could have an increase of efficiency and accessibility. I would love to produce more efficient tools with technology so that way we could move from manual labor to automation. That way it'll be even better and have everything move even more efficient than before. Yes, and I love to have different rollouts for different interactions. That way, not only we can increase efficiency, but we want to have fun with it, because who doesn't want to have fun? Who doesn't love fun, you know? And obviously, my main goal is to increase customer service experiences. That way, my business could ultimately grow and expand through good referrals.
And I just want to thank Kareem for an amazing job that you helped me with. You've been with me since day one. Thank you, Eli. Thank you, Armory. Thank you, Viola. Thank you, Rico. Thank you, the whole Emergent Works, for this amazing opportunity to be able to bring this idea that I had in my mind to life. So thank you, and I appreciate everything you have done for me.
All right. One time for Garvey. Wow. When I tell you we have a wide range of talent in this community, wow. Okay, we're gonna keep the ball rolling on that one. One thing before we go, Kareem, really appreciate you taking the time out to work with Garvey as not just as a mentor, but as a Black man in technology. This is an important example to set. So shout out to you. We really appreciate all your work. And yeah, let's get to some more mentee passion projects. The next one we're going to get into is from a mentee who is a first-time mentee with Emergent Works by the name of Nola Rowe. So her passion project is going to be playing next, and then we'll have her say a few words about it right after. And Jonathan Hines is her mentor, so we'll be able to hear straight from them right after. All right, and 3, 2, and let's share this screen.
What's going on, everybody? My name is Nola Rowe, and I am a mentee of the Emergent Works Winter 2021 cohort, and I am super excited to be presenting my passion project because when I first started, I started with a basic white landing page that just said, "Hi, I'm Nola." Now I have a landing page for my vegan plant-based business that I'm going to be presenting to you all in a second. But first and foremost, I must say a special thank you to Army, to Eli. Shout out to you guys because representation is so important. And a lot of people never make it into the tech world. They never want to try because there are no role models or not enough role models. And you guys are making that possible. Thank you for that. Huge shout out to my mentor, Jonathan, for the support. I really could not have done this without you at all. Shout out to my fellow mentees. It was really dope showing up to the sharing circle with you guys and realizing that we are all going through the same things, right? The challenges, the time management issues, personal stuff. It's been amazing, but we made it. We're here now. And without further ado, let me get into my passion project. I kind of feel like I'm rushing this a little bit, but this is my HTML. Never thought I'd be saying anything like that. This is my HTML. When you see my final product, you will see all of these things that are wrapped in divs, carefully and beautifully organized on the page that reflects my branding. The colors, which I'll hop over to the CSS in a second to show you. As you can see, these are my assets and my offerings organized really pretty. I have my video containers, my picture containers, my description containers, text, and let's hop over to the CSS, which I had no idea anything about before this. As you can see, I have my fonts here, my nav bar design, my logo picture, my nav link design, my assets, my landing video, and all of my other offerings just beautifully designed. And I'm excited to go over to the actual site and show you what that looks like. All right, ready? Okay, let's go. Let me show y'all. Let me refresh this. First of all, this is my landing video. As you can see, I am in action showing you my cooking. I have my site title here with my brand font. I have more brand fonts here. My brand actually has 2 fonts, as you can see here, 3 fonts, as you can see here. Here's my logo. My branding colors, it switches from green to a burnt orange. Here I am preparing a seared vegan scallop with garlic butter pasta. Unfortunately, the lighting is paused, so you can't see that. But at this point, you get to see my offerings nice and organized, like I mentioned before. So this is displaying my coaching program, my visual cookbook, what it's going to look like, me preparing recipes live. Say hi to the attendees from my virtual workshop. And I have actually written 4 ebooks that support new vegans and aspiring vegans on their journeys. And I also sell merch. This landing page reflects not only my branding, the colors and the design, but definitely my personality as well. Very elegant, very beautiful, neat and organized. And I am super proud of this. Like I said before, I started out with a page that just said, "Hi, I'm Nola," and now I have all of these beautiful colors, and the organization and the support that you guys have displayed to make this happen. I'm so grateful, so thankful, and so proud. Thank you.
All right, give it up. Give it up. Wow. All right. Nola, would you like to speak a bit on your project, and we can swing it right over to Jonathan next. All right, Jonathan, would you like to speak a little bit about the time you spent with Nola working on this project?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yep.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, these past like dozen plus weeks have been awesome. Getting to work with Nola, seeing her twice a week, not just, you know, trying to make progress on the project, but, you know, just talking about life and, you know, perseverance and like all the curveballs life throws at you, and then like just keep on carrying on. So that Nola has been fantastic. You know, I'm kind of bummed I didn't get to go to the holiday party and try her delicious food. So I'm super jealous for anyone who did. But yeah, it was an amazing set of couple weeks, and I'm super proud of the work that she did, and what's this going to do in her life going forward.
Nola, go for it.
Hi guys. Oh my gosh. It was one thing to work on it and see everything develop bit by bit, but to actually watch that video, it's my first time watching my presentation video. I'm like, that's me. Oh my gosh. Fangirling on myself. It's a little bit conceited, but I could not have done that without Jonathan. Thank you so much. Like he said, not only did we talk about code, but we definitely talked about life. We talked about health stuff. We swapped resources. And just helped each other out in different ways. And through this program, not only did I learn about code, but I learned a lot of things about myself. One, I could do it, because at first I was like, what did I get myself into? What is this? I don't know if I can do this. But there has been tremendous support. Let me tell you, the sharing circles help. Having a mentor that relates in different ways outside of code really helps. Having Eli and Army really helps. And then just everyone on Slack just being hype and lit and really supportive and funny and friendly, that really helps. So thank you all for that. And my inspiration behind this was attending a conference in Atlanta and listening to Van Jones speak about statistics regarding not only Black and Brown people and the lack of diversity in tech, but definitely how jobs will look in the future. And I wanted to be in there. I didn't want to be left behind. I don't want to be like the elders in my family. I have to sit on the phone and help people send emails and figure out how to video chat on WhatsApp. I don't want to be that girl when I get older. So this was definitely eye-opening. And guess what? My son is going to also get into coding. And I've been super excited about being able to look into this world and support him on that. So I'm forever grateful. And for my gratitude, I want to give you guys all a gift, but I'm going to wait for Eli or Army to present that to you all. I'm not going to jump the gun, but I do have a gift and surprise for everybody. Thank you.
All right, so we're gonna hold the gifts to the end of the show. Thank you, Nola, so much for that. We really appreciate it. Yusuf, to answer your question, okay, I'll give it a hint, yes. But we'll get to that a little bit later. So next up, we're gonna shift right back over to Cry Jones, who was a part of the Emergent Works product design pilot program, along with his mentor, Nicole Nussbaum. So Cry, the floor is yours.
Hey guys, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, great. I just wanted to make sure. First of all, let me say like how much of an honor it was. After being incarcerated and coming home and having no options, it was really major for me to find my own way. So I took into design, into creating clothing, and that was my outlet for a long time in order for me to feel productive. That is especially being back into society and not being able to get a simple job as a fry cook. Going to Black Future Weekend, I found out that there was opportunities for people in design and tech. For a long time, I didn't think like it mattered, but being there and hearing certain panels, it was definitely necessary for me to be there. And then I was presented with the opportunity by Emergent Works, which put me in a great place. Let me go start here and say Army and Eli have been very supportive to my mentor, Nicole, like who's taught me all the fundamentals and taken everything that I've done in the beginning when I started not knowing anything. I just feel so inspired to do more at this point. I'm not sure if Eli has the slideshow to show what the app actually looks like. I sent it to him, but I was able to create an app based off of my idea. It was an app for music people that says feature me, which gives people the opportunity to like go in there and find people that you can feature. And honestly, it was really, really, really good to be able to do something like that. And now I feel like I can just walk into these doors and speak on stuff that I've never been able to speak on, like user interface, user experience, visual hierarchy. So once again, guys, I really appreciate it. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to talk to you guys. And again, I'm very appreciative. Nicole, thank you. Army, thank you. Eli, thank you. The whole Emergent Works. Thank you, guys.
We really appreciate that, and Cry, we will be getting that slideshow up shortly. Nicole, would you like to speak a bit on the experience?
Sure. I don't know what to say. It was such a great experience. This was I've been wanting to work with Emergent Works for such a long time to provide UX UI design to spread those skills and that knowledge. I think product design is so fun and satisfying, and so it was such a pleasure to share that with Cry and to see him build skills over the last 16 weeks. I shared screenshots to my Instagram. I was just so excited to like brag about the work that he was doing and share that, and it was such a pleasure to get to know him. I'm really grateful to know Cry and to have been able to do this with this organization. Thank you.
Perfect. One time for product design. Yes. All right. So their slideshow is via Figma. So we're going to get that up and running very shortly. We really appreciate you guys tapping in with us. And not just listening to the mentees, but also seeing that the greater Emergent Works community isn't different than the mentees. They're the same. we're all one and the same. So much so that I would love to pass the mic over to a former mentee / trap mentee / EW All-Star, Makita Davis. Please take the mic. The floor is yours.
Thank you all so very much. Can you hear me? Awesome. So I just want to say that I woke up this morning and I was not feeling well. And just being here is really, truly like medicine for me. Like, I'm so ecstatic. I'm so inspired by you all. And like, it's like, I can't even put the feeling into words, how I feel just being a part of this community and seeing how this community, like, we develop each other, right? Like, I'm here, I'm already in my software engineering role, and I'm like still feeling so inspired by everything that I'm seeing. And it's truly, truly amazing. I also wanted to say, like, I usually don't like write speeches because I like to like let the moment soak in and then speak from my heart. So this is what I'm doing right now. And I heard people say, like, first, if you don't know me, I'm Makita, and I've been a mentee for a couple of cohorts. And, you know, I hear everyone say, like, I couldn't do this without my mentee, my mentor, right? And I really want to like pause on that, right? Like, I totally could not do this without my mentors, right? Like, that is like something that just needs to be said and then like a pause, because really, like, I went to JTC and I did the Python immersive. I went to Hack Reactor and I did the, you know, the boot camp there. But guess what? I could not do this without my mentors. And let me just shout them out. Vicky New, Delphine Ravix, they were like, you know, my backbones. And I would not truly be here without them. And not to leave out Emergent Works, period, right? Because this family connection that I see here, like, this is really fuel. Like, this is what keeps you going. When you, like, I want to say today that I believe in you all, but I also see from this that you believe in you. And that's exactly what you need to get through this, right? Like, it's always amazing to have family support. And in this space, I feel like I have that family support. But I feel like in my heart right now, that joy that I feel is because I see that you believe in you. And, you know, when they asked me to speak today, they said, you know, talk about your goals, right? And every task that I take on, the first thing that I think about is finishing, right? And every time I think about finishing, I always reflect on the Aesop fable with the hare and the tortoise. And I don't know if you guys know about that story where it's like, right, is a big thing, steady and slow beats the race. And really, like, that is what it is. The hare, he was fast, but he was distracted. The tortoise, he was slow, but he was steady. But they're missing the point. Not only do you have to be steady, you have to be deliberate. So this showcase shows that you are deliberate. You are here, you came with intention, you are actually getting to the finish line. Whether it be fast, whether it be slow, your steadiness and your being deliberate is what brought you here. And I just see so much good things in the future. And, you know, even though we don't know each other, it's like having family members anywhere, right? You might not know them, but you know that they're your family. And in knowing that you have family, that is what gives you more strength to push and carry on. And I'm just like, oh my God, I don't even know like how to express myself in any other way, but I'm proud of everybody here. This journey was like truly amazing. Like, I came into it because I did 9.5 years in prison, and I like felt like I couldn't figure out my life. Like, I couldn't sustain myself. I was working all these jobs, but I still felt like I couldn't afford anything. And then I came across this opportunity to learn coding, and it was like, not only was it a way to gain sustainable income, it was also something that I love. And I hope that I feel the love from everybody that's doing these projects. Like, I feel like you feel that love that I feel, and that just like makes me float. And however I can support you, I'm here. We know we have Emergent Works. We have such great people. Talia's here from Next Chapter. Like, we got people behind us, you know what I mean? And that's what's gonna keep us strong, right? They say that growth requires change, but strength requires stability. And this program is giving us that. And I mean, I'm at a loss of words every time I present, but I love you guys so much. You inspire me. I hope that we can inspire each other and just keep focused on the finish line. And that's pretty much what I want to share with you all today. Thank you so much for having me.
Wow, wow, wow. One time for Makita. Talk about inspirational. I think I've seen that as a keyword throughout the chat. And if that's what it is, then amazing, because if we can keep inspiring each other by seeing the examples of each other, it's no longer just lip service. It's real, it's reality. And I'm really excited for you, Makita, and all the success that you've garnered from one-on-one to trap to your career. It's truly an honor. So thank you for joining us and dropping those gems on us. All right, next up, we're gonna jump right back into the passion projects. I'm super excited to present the next project from Diana Restrepo. So she's actually going to speak for a few seconds after the project, but we're going to go ahead and share her video now. Let's get to it. So many amazing projects. Wow. All right, everybody. I'm about to share my screen in 3, 2.
Good afternoon. My name is Diana Restrepo. I am very excited to be here with you today and share with you the project that I've been working on for the last couple of weeks. Before I get started, I want to say a big thank you to the Emergent Works community and team for making mentorship programs like the EW Winter Cohort possible. Big shout out to the mentors for sharing your time, resources, skills, and energy in support of our learning journey. To the mentees, a big shout out to y'all for supporting yourselves, for challenging yourselves, for sticking with it and following through all in support of your goals. And a special thank you to my mentor, Nikki Nakui, who is a brilliant, talented senior engineer who has consistently gone above and beyond to support me in my learning. So thank you. Without further ado, I'll talk a little bit about my project. My intention with this project was to really understand or get a solid foundation on how CSS, HTML, and JavaScript work together. I did not use any libraries because I wanted to really focus on laying these foundations and understanding how things are rendered on a page, how they're organized, what effects have on each other when you change things, moving things around. A lot of fun to learn. Several things that are happening on the homepage. So I'm introducing some text dynamically via JavaScript. This was a great learning experience here because I had to go back and forth between some examples that I saw in the documentation of really understanding what was happening and how these things were being made possible with this typewriter effect. I'm gonna go ahead and move into my current work page on click, right? And what you have here is some tiles laid out. On hover, they're gonna go ahead and flip, which was kind of fun to sort out how to do. And then inside of here, inside of this JavaScript tile, I have my first work with event listeners and introduction to toggling classes and elements. So I'm using event listeners for two things. One, I'm listening for the user to click on this button, and that's going to go ahead and take you into full screen mode. And then I have another event listener that's listening for a viewport size change that is going to toggle between two backgrounds. So the intention is you click the button, it takes you into full screen, and we eliminate this background of the tile and replace it with something else. I'm going to go ahead and show you how that works. On click, brings you into this pretty nifty background video. There is no technical reason behind the video other than I thought it was pretty cool and I wanted to share it. Upon the pressing of escape, it's going to go ahead and take you back to this current work page. So that was my work with event handlers and toggling elements and just my introduction to DOM manipulation. Over here in web APIs, I'm using the fetch web API to create a random philosophy quote generator. So I'm going to go ahead and take you into this page. This was pretty awesome to sort out as well. Basically on click, it's going to go ahead and render a new quote every time. I also want to show, another really cool thing that I learned working here, working on the project. Excuse me, 2 seconds, y'all. I just want to show you, how this works out. Was the use of dev tools, right? So dev tools was absolutely essential in creating my project, not only for debugging HTML and CSS and just understanding how these things are being rendered on a page, but also in my use of APIs, in particular the fetch API here, I could actually see firsthand whether or not I was getting back a status code of okay, how long it was taking. Just working with dev tools definitely helped. And it was cool to kind of learn, what's going on, because this was very new to me. So as you can see, I'm clicking the button and it's going ahead and it's making that request. And then it's returning a status code of 200, which indicates that everything is good. I randomized the quotes via JavaScript. I'm gonna go ahead and close this real quick. And last but not least, I wanna take you into my contact page. So I created a form. I'm gonna go ahead and input some stuff in here and show you how this works. I wanna make sure that I can showcase the actual stuff that's happening behind the scenes. So on submit, I'm making a request and I'm also toggling some elements as well. As you can see, the contact form was replaced with a message that says, hey, your message has been sent, and we're actually making this request. Last but not least, I'm going to show you a little bit of the code that I used to make this happen. So there's a server. I'm contacting the server here, and then I'm not going to get too into this, but I did want to highlight that this was going on in the back end, and this was a really cool part of the learning process, was really understanding the HTTP lifecycle and how all of these things work together. Oh, and last but not least, I added the links to some contacts. So my GitHub is connected here as well, and my LinkedIn also. So hey, that's me. Okay, all right. Yeah, this was my project. Learned a lot of different things here, and I'm just happy to be able to share it with y'all. All right, bye.
Woo! All right, amazing, amazing work. I'm not even gonna say anything else. Diana, the floor is yours.
Hi everyone. We made it. Yeah, I'm very happy that this worked out and I was able to share with y'all what I've been working on. This experience with Emergent Works has been unbelievable. Just Nikki, you're awesome. You're awesome. The relationship building with the mentor program itself, I think it's so important because, we have a model of what it takes to be a great software engineer. And it's not just technical, in my opinion, it's a lot of the other skills that are showcased, such as the patience, the way that they support us and they teach us, the introduction to so many different skills outside of the languages or even just the technologies, which is, a thorough reading of documentation, how to set yourself up and organize your project or your goals. So absolutely amazing. To tell you a little bit about myself, I am a former JTC graduate. I did the Python program as well. I see some of my cohort members in here. Shout out to y'all. And that was my first introduction to anything tech related. As a justice impacted individual, my journey has taken me, pretty much from, I currently work as a building trades professional here in New York City. And I was searching for just ways to increase my technical skills, seeing how that is kind of where we're going in the world right now. And I walked up on, I stumbled on JTC, and it's just like these doors, these opportunities, these possibilities immediately. And I just was hooked. I was hooked with seeing what was possible. And the communities inside of these two programs, JTC and EW, like they just fuel you, they keep you going. Seeing some of the graduates, Makita, big up to you, and hearing their stories. Jamie is also here, knowing that it's possible, that we can do it. I think it's really important because, as a lot of you come out and, you're not necessarily thinking that so many different opportunities are available. It's almost like you have this. And with these programs, it becomes kind of like, oh my God, I can pretty much do anything. My journey has consisted a lot of learning how to learn, how to be patient with myself, with my own process, implementing a lot of self-care, and just building amongst these community members, fellow mentees and cohort members to support each other throughout this process. My next plans here are going into the Hack Reactor program via Next Chapter. I'm coming for you. I'm trying to follow in the footsteps of so many amazing, talented folks that I've worked alongside with in JTC and EW. And yeah, I look forward to an awesome career as a front-end developer and learning so much more, and eventually finding as many ways as possible to contribute and support others in my journey. And their journey as well. Thank y'all.
Wow. Give it up, give it up, give it up, Diana. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for sharing. And yes, Kareem, never ever stop learning. Never stop learning. Oh man, speaking of learning and learning new things, mastering your craft, I would like to shift gears a bit to our TRAP program. Now, TRAP stands for Technology, Rhythm, and Passion. And that program is where we merge music and technology to not only provide justice involved or system impacted youth and young adults to be able to use their love for music or their passion for music to leverage a sustainable career in technology. Because if nobody's told you, music or the music business is technology, and technology is the music business in so many ways. And we're teaching a lot about that in our TRAP program. So I would like to pass the mic over to Jetlag Triz for a brief performance and for him to talk about his experience with the program. Let's get it, Triz.
What's the vibes, y'all? How y'all doing? Y'all can hear me?
Yeah.
I'm Jetlag Triz. I bet I'm Jetlag Triz from Norstad, Queens. And a part of the TRAP program, I'm just about to give y'all some bars. So I know most of y'all on mute. So when I said, I need y'all to just snap 3 times, all right? I said, nah, I ain't see everybody snap. I said, I sell the world just to gain you. Your feelings numb, I feel the same too. That's Siamese, we connected at the heart, still making them same moves. You mess around with them lame dudes, I was trying to fly you out to Cancun. Docked in Tulum, probably jumped the broom. You love the wolves, we can shake the room. I gave you my mind and my heart for free. How you contemplating, still doubting me? Like a bank drop, you rerouted me. Had me settling cause you outed me. Damn, I don't really want to show the pain. Had to laminate, hold the frame. Yeah, stir the pot to rekindle flame. Now my heart turned cold to main. Yeah, I won't drop the dime, but I'ma wish you well. Feeling fatal after every fail. You blocked my number, so I'm sending mail. I was there for you, whether heaven or hell. I shoveled the dirt and I'm still pale. I kept it organic, that's real kale. I lost your love and couldn't fine tune. Tried to buy it back, you said it ain't for sale. I switched focus. Through the Louis frames, I can see the ocean. I've been sure, coast clear for the motion. One closing, another door open. Take heed from the signs I've been noting. Putting trust in most high when I'm hoping. Jet lag fly by when I'm floating. Traumatized, somehow I'm still coping. I've been numb to the pain, can you feel me? Transparent revealed you the real me. Get rich or die trying, try to kill me. I survived to show you that I'm still me. It's a gift that I've been more present. I'm royalty, I came far from a peasant, yeah. On the road to redemption, I'm headed, and life goes on, but that's only if you let it. I took time finally found out, out the churches where I climbed out. Yeah, I broke free and let my mind out. Yeah, I took time finally found out. Yeah, out the churches where I climbed out. Yeah, they tried to sit me down, time out. Yeah, I broke free and let my mind out. It's true. Yeah.
Wow. Bars. Wow. One time for jet lag Triz. Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you so much for sharing. Everybody like those bars? Let me see some snaps one more time. Our trap mentees are way more talented than we could have ever imagined. So, woo! All right. So, next up, before we jump back into a few of the passion projects, I would love to pass the mic over to Jamie Nakayama. She is a former mentee of the one-on-one virtual mentorship, and she is officially an alumni. So I would love for her to share a few words about her experience, about what she got going on now. Take it away, Jamie.
Hey guys, can you see me and hear me good?
Yep, we can hear you.
Okay, cool. My name is Jamie, and I was part of the summer 21 cohort at Emergent Works. I found out about Emergent Works through a friend at a previous program, Justice Through Code. I had just started learning to code in January of that year of 2021. So my goal for being in Emergent Works was just to build really cool things. And I was really excited to like pair a program with a mentor. So initially my mentor had me write down some ideas that I had so that we could work up some goals for our time together. And at the time I was trying to get into another program called Next Chapter, and I had told her about it. And she was like really happy and encouraged me to apply. And I went through like feelings of self-doubt because it was a really good program and the application was really long and hard. I didn't think I was good enough or like that it would be possible for someone like me. So I wrote around, I think roughly around 7 short essays about myself, and I had to go through many rounds of interviews with the Next Chapter team and their hiring partners. And my mentor was with me like the entire way. She helped me write my first engineer resume and cover letter. She proofread every rough draft of all of my essays, and I had like a ton. And we did these mock interviews, and I remember being so nervous, and she would say like the most supporting and encouraging things that made me feel like I just had to keep going, you know? She always spoke to me as if I was already going to be an engineer. She told me that I had unique life experiences that would be valuable at any workplace and that I should use those to help others see things in a different light. And what she really did was that she empowered me to believe in myself through her believing in me. And I couldn't make my Emergent Works graduation because I had gotten into Next Chapter and I had to start coding. And I had started coding bootcamp by then. So I was in the middle of attending Hack Reactor when I had my graduation at Emergent Works, and I couldn't attend. So, but my mentor stuck with me through that as well. I'm so grateful to Emergent Works for providing mentors to aspiring engineers. It really does set people up for success. So today I work at Zoom as a software engineer. I'm part of the Next Chapter apprenticeship program there. I'm on the educational engineering team, and I work on an app called the LTI Pro, and it basically streamlines the classroom experience for teachers and students. I had the craziest week because I had my first feature enhancement released yesterday. So it was like really wild, but I made it. So here I am. So things are going really well. And sometimes I want to pinch myself. I just wanted to congratulate the Winter 21 cohort. I'm really happy to have made this graduation because I couldn't attend mine. I just want to tell everybody, you know, never give up on yourself and keep learning. I hope everyone here follows their dreams and they dream really, really big. So keep crushing it. Thank you.
Wow, amazing, amazing. Jamie, congratulations. If we've never said this collectively, this is your graduation too, all right? You know, you starting Hack Reactor, it just shows you that no matter where in the process you are, elevation is inevitable. So consider this your graduation ceremony too. I'm sure the rest of the mentees don't mind. Do you guys mind? No? All right, bet. One time for Jamie. I love it. I love it. All right, so we're gonna jump back into a few passion projects. The next one I would like to jump into is for the second pilot program that we had this cohort, and that's with data visualization. So Ian Norstad had the opportunity to work on a project using data viz. So we're gonna play his project now, and we will have a few moments afterwards for him to speak on the inspiration and all that good stuff. All right, let's do it.
Hello, my name is Ian Norstad. I was part of the Winter 2021 Emergent Works cohort. This is the first cohort for me, and I'm coming at this with no technological background whatsoever, but I do have an art background, which I found to be helpful for this sort of work. So data visualization is interesting because it's kind of a marriage between data science, computer science, coding, and graphic design. And so the project that I chose to focus on is something that is a topic that's close to me. I'm a surfer in Northern California, and I wanted to focus on shark attacks close to where I live, and also how they compare to records for the rest of the world. So I started with, let's share our screen here. I started by doing research and finding information. I found a spreadsheet file of all recorded shark attacks globally. This is produced by the Shark Research Institute. So from here, I imported it into our studio. And from there, I filtered the information and focused on shark incidents in a recent time period because I found that that's more reliable information. So 1959 to 2018. And from there, I produced my first plot, which shows the US has the most recorded incidents out of any other place in the world. Good news, everybody. So from here, I moved on to the final version of my portfolio. This is hosted on a Squarespace website. I'd be happy to share the link in the chat if anybody would like to spend more time with this. But this represents 4 months, or the past 4 months of my work. It's been a wonderful learning process. Data visualization has been really fun for me. It's been something where I start with one simple question, such as where are most of the shark attacks happening in the world? And I end up somewhere down here telling me that most shark attacks in California happen in September on Saturday. So now you know, you heard it here, and be careful out there.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Ian, talk to the people.
Hey, Eli, can you hear me? Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Eli, Army, everybody at Emergent Works. Shout out to you guys. You guys are the ones who are making this all possible. You get to watch everybody's journey where you see all of us kind of taken out of our comfort zone, where we're like little babies who don't know very much. And then we get to do all this together where we share our journey with you guys. So thank you again. It's been amazing. And then also, I feel like I cut the video short because I really want to give a shout out to my mentors. I had 3 amazing mentors, some of the smartest people I've ever had the pleasure of working with. That's Hope, Liz, and Erica. So thank you guys. Data visualization has been super fun. It's been a great intro to me for technology. And this has been a great project, and it's something that I'm still continuing to work on my own time. And then also finally, thank you to all the other mentees for your support as well. It's amazing to kind of follow along each other's journeys. And this is really great seeing what everybody's been doing. I mean, this whole thing's amazing, and you know, this community has been great.
Thank you so much, Ian. One more time for Ian. Amazing passion project. Amazing. Well, as we've been seeing different iterations of code and just overall programming, I would love to segue over to Mark Quintano, the Director of Engineering here at Emergent Works. Mark, go for it.
Hey, everybody. Incredible showcase today. It's been so cool to see the work that's been being done, the relationships that have been built, the learning that's been accomplished. I really just want to shout out each and every one of you, mentors who are working in the tech world. We know it's been intense. Tech burnout is at an all-time high. Thank you so much for being here and doing what you do. It's incredible to see these relationships that are being built. I've been through Hack Reactor myself, and I think some of the best learnings that I've had are from those mentorship experiences. And so thank you for all that you do here to create this. And mentees, you are killing it. It's incredible to see the work that's being done. We've seen such a wide range of applications of technology. And I'm so inspired myself to see this and to see the creativity and the excellence and just the ways that you've been able to learn and build and create in ways that I'm excited to see continue to develop. And so here at EW, our engineering team is really working to continue to build software to better facilitate this mentorship program. We know so much of what we do is driven by our mentors right now, and building better tools to make this process more efficient and easier and more successful is something we're really excited to work on the second half of this year. With that, we're looking to really create an open source community where we can all contribute on software together. We can all build together the tools that we need to connect, to teach one another, to knowledge share, to build community. Each and every one of you, I'm so excited to have to be a part of that. So thank you.
Oh yeah. One time for Mark. Yes, thank you so much for that update. And speaking about developing amazing technology, let's jump right back into the passion projects. How's that sound? Sound good? All right. So let's jump over to Latonya Shepard Walker. She has submitted an amazing passion project that she's gonna briefly speak to you guys about right after we share this video. Are you guys excited? I'm only gonna play it if you guys are excited. Let's go. All right. So Latonya, you are up next.
Welcome to Code Command, a resource for beginning coders who want and need to improve their basic computer literacy. You can go to my digital portfolio gateway, see some of the work I've done. You can share this out. Tell folks you found this amazing website you like to share. There are 6 main lesson focus areas: Mac Basics, Workflow, Online, Search, CodeMine, Coding. Then there's a 7th area for resources, and there's Start Here. I added confetti because for me, this is a project to be celebrated. And I think that tossing confetti is a very good habit to be in because you can celebrate your big and your small successes. User-friendly navigation. People who are new to using a computer would always know where they are and how to get to where they want to go to. Each of the 7 areas you can click from on the main page goes to a setup like this so that the user is always oriented to where they are. Each section has a resource placeholder, which right now is literally just a placeholder, where all of the lessons content would be packaged into a hard copy for folks to either print, download, what have you, if they want to go step by step without watching the videos. When you click on a link, you will see it start to pulse. That's so you can also have a visual cue of what link you're on, in addition to which particular lesson for that link you're in. There is a self-assessment checklist. You can click on this. It'll take you to the actual checklist. And you can go through and see if you know how to do any or all of these items and get a sense of where you are as far as coding. Self-assessment is under construction. That should be, when it's done, a Python database integrated into this JavaScript React app project so that folks can go through and test their capabilities after having gone through the lessons. Thank you for visiting Code Command. I'm Latonya Mertrice, and I hope to see you around in the tech ecosystem. Emergent Works for me was almost a missed opportunity. I had just a lot of stuff going on at the time, and I remember I was supposed to meet with Eli, and for some reason our meeting didn't happen at the time that it was planned. And I kind of took that as like some sort of like divine intervention that, this was a scam and, just not really knowing what to expect and not knowing if it was legitimate, if I was going to have to pay all this money and what have you. We tend to get into these places where we just think that, there's nothing better out there. Nothing is in place to really help us succeed. And once I got into the Emergent Works community, I saw that that was not necessarily the case. They helped me in so many ways, like just from giving us a stipend. Like that money was right on time. I needed that extra money. Giving me a computer, a reliable, stable, consistent computer, and giving me a community that I can feel a part of, and also giving me just an amazing mentor, Chessie Choi.
As we wrap up another
Emergent Works to me has been an extension of my coding journey. I'm so grateful that I can look back and look forward and just kind of know I have a place in the tech ecosystem. And again, I'm extremely grateful for all the work that I've been able to put in and just all of the insight I've been able to gain from coding this project.
Wow, give it up one time for Latonya. All right, everybody, we will circle right back to Latonya. But moving forward, we're gonna jump into the next passion project coming from Dino Celestino. It's all you, man. I'm about to share your project now.
Hi, everybody. Good day to you. My name is Dean. I've been with Emergent Works since the beginning, since the first cohort in New York City. I've always been studying part-time on my free time as a hobby, and as of late, I've been stepping it up. Thanks to Emergent Works always providing me with a mentor. Shout out to Camille, shout out to Perry, And shout out to Zin, my latest mentor, who is my design mentor, my product design mentor. And I have something beautiful to share with you guys. I got my first 2 paid clients because of the mentorship, and I published my first website. So this is how it started. She just taught me about boxing, making boxes, box and alignment and graphic design. And, you know, it was my first thing. I was like, oh, how do I do this? But she encouraged me, and then it developed. I got in contact with a professional photographer, and we started to, you know, work, add subtle details. I started to study design, which I feel at home with, which was amazing. And then, so let me show you. I published my first website, and I'm getting paid, and I'm living off what you guys taught me. I love you guys so much. Thank you for all the support.
My name is Chris Page, and this is Cohort Bomb. Cohort Bomb is 3-to-1 CBD to THC ratio for any kind of pain relief that you may need. It's an anti-inflammatory pain relief balm that you put on your injuries. You just take a little bit like this, put it on your knee, have pretty bad knee pain just from playing rugby, doing jiu-jitsu, playing basketball, all kinds of different things that I've done. And what I really find is that when I come to roll at the academy, I can be stiff and not really want to participate and want to do the things that I'm normally capable of doing. But now what I find is I put this stuff on, it really gets the blood flowing, it really loosens up your muscles, it loosens up your joints, and it helps you participate in the things that you want to do in life, in jiu-jitsu. You lift weights, any kind of stuff like that. You can put this stuff on before your workouts, after your workouts, and it really helps with your mobility and just life in general. And what we like to say here is tap out the pain. More bomb. It's awesome. More bomb. This stuff really works. And when I tap out the pain, this is it.
Yeah, everybody, tap out the pain with Gamora Bomb. Thank you, Emergent Works. When I say love, I really mean it. You guys have been my support system. You guys have been my family. Thank you.
One time for Dino. All right, Dino, would you like to say a few words?
Yeah, definitely. I wanted to shout out Army, shout out Eli, shout out Alex too, Alex Ken, Paola, everybody who has helped me. Feels good. I ran out of money, but I had the skill that you guys gave me. I'm in tears, dude. I ain't gonna lie. I ran out of money, and then I just had these skills, and then from one client, I got the second one, and then I got the third one lined up. So it's like, you guys made my dreams come true. I love you guys. That's all it is. Love.
Wow, love you, Dino.
Shout out my mentor. Wait, hold on. I gotta say one thing. Shout out Zin, because she's my product design mentor. But I will say this. I'll say that, like, the way that you guys have nurtured my skills is amazing. You guys have you have nurtured me, like, with giving me a mentor. And then it's on my time because I had a life. You guys know I have dogs, I have this, I have a lot of things lined up. So you guys never forced me to digest the information all at once. And the only thing I had to do was be patient. You guys was like, yo, we believe in you, we believe in you. And now Komora Bomb is serious. And, you know, obviously there's just certain things I'm gonna tweak to it. There's artist never looks at anything like it's perfect yet. But for right now, for somebody who only worked on it for X amount of hours, about a week worth of work, I got paid for it. So, because the Emergent work, thanks.
Love it. I love it. Thank you so much for presenting. Wow, this is real stuff, everybody. This is real stuff. All right, so let's keep the ball rolling. We are going to jump to our next passion project. That one comes from first-time mentee, Andrew Goodman. Andrew, we'll have you speak briefly about your passion project right after we played here. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in with us once again, and let's get to it.
Hi, my name is Andrew Goodman.
I'm about to demonstrate the project I created with the help of my mentor, Jonah Ullman. This is the scheduler I created. I'll show you what it looks like in the code. To begin with, I created some HTML. I had to create a table. And inside, once I had the table created, I was able to link the JavaScript as well as the CSS sheet I created. And the CSS sheet gave it style, such as the header, changing the font, and some of the colors you'll see, with the odd rows and the even rows in the table being two different colors, alternating accordingly to differentiate one from the other. And most of the core of my project is in JavaScript, where we created these classes of employee that includes names and days. And we were able to create functions such as functionality of an autocomplete, which, as you see, I began typing T, it automatically auto-filled the name in. And then when I hit return, it'll enter into the table. Now, that's by going through a for loop of all the names in the array and matching the T to whatever. In this case, it would be employee here, Trish, and the days that Trish works. And right here is the for loop. It's doing that. Now, if we would run through a different name, and there would be multiple names, I can either hit the enter key, click on one of the names, or hit the select button. Now that's an on-click event. Now, after hitting that, it appears in the table with a different color again, and that's purely for aesthetics, just to differentiate the two. One of the important things C is creating the table and being able to put the data into that table that eventually gets created. Let's see what else. This is at the beginning, the very beginning, the onloading sets up what the input field is going to be doing, and it's listening for events, such as it's listening for me to hit enter. It's also limited. We're limiting it to the keys, the letters that you would hit, or the delete keys. If the delete key is hit, it's clearing the method that we set up, clear matches. That was to enable, if you would backspace, it would continuously autocomplete. And that was in an effort to debug it and allow you to actually back up, hit the backspace key without it continuously auto completing. Ultimately, the point of this project is first practicality. And the last probably functional aspect of this project is being able to delete, which is another on-click event, and it took actually some time to add. It involved going through an array. Over here, we couldn't add, the indexes were being changed, and it was messing with the odd and even class in the CSS. We actually had to run through it backwards instead of forwards. So that's pretty much the whole project in a nutshell. Of course, there's way more complexity, but I'm not going to bore you with the minutia. But overall, I am very proud of what was accomplished, and I look forward to expanding upon it. Thank you all for your time.
One time for Andrew Goodman.
Thank you, thank you. I want to say thanks. Thank you, Eli. First of all, you're amazing. You're always bringing the energy, and that's really, really. I mean, it's necessary. It helps keeps me motivated to keep going, because there are times when you're like, wow, this is so hard. It's so overwhelming. Like you look at my project, and a lot of it was spent time debugging and trying to figure out, why is this not working? And we change one thing, and then the whole thing would stop working. And it's like, oh my God, where did this go wrong? You know, you'd have to like console.log it and go through step by step. Okay, this is working. What's the next thing that's not working? And so honestly, all I did was get to the autocomplete. I had this like grandiose image in mind. And so I'm not going to stop. I'm glad I was able to show what we got so far, but I'm going to continue working on this. And I really want to thank also Army, you're the man. You're the way you do treat this like a family, and everybody. I think it just feels like an inclusive place, and it feels like a welcoming place. And I think a lot of that is owed to you, and I'm very grateful for that. And Paola, you've really been helpful to me. Every time I reach out to you and I need help, you were there for me, and I thank you. And that's also, you guys hire great people, and you do great work. When I was in prison, and I was reading Wired magazine, and they were talking about a program in California where they were teaching inmates inside of one of the state prisons, a pilot program, how to code, and they were paying them like $16 an hour. For anybody who's ever been in prison knows it's actually a lot of money inside. And on top of that, they were giving them marketable skills for when they get outside. And the article was saying how they were going to expand it to 3 other prisons. And I like brought it to the attention of the education department there, and they were like instantly dismissive. They were like, no, our computers are not set up for that. We can't do that. Like, they didn't want to hear what anything I had to say. And it's sad that some people are not willing to turn around and do what you guys are doing, because coding really is that opportunity. I mean, it's going to be the future. More and more jobs are going to low-paying, menial labor jobs are going to be lost to high-paying, high-skilled jobs. And if you don't have those skills, you're going to get left behind. And that's sad for a lot of people. So what you guys are doing, bringing it to people that probably would be forgotten, nobody would even be paying attention to, and you're paying attention, is a testament to your character. And thank you for what you've done for me. I really am grateful. And after I started this project, I was able, a good friend of mine who also struggled for years, was homeless for a while, living in his van, told me there was a point he was hunting mussels on the beach just to feed himself. And now he is a full stack developer. And he brought me in. Once I got these like basic skills, he had like this project he created, a website trying to bring awareness to climate change. And because I was able to work with him in GitHub and push and pull things and edit the text in his website. Even the basic skills that I just learned were enough to help me contribute. And I owe it all to you guys, and I owe it to my mentor, who's not able to be here today. He's on the West Coast. The timing difference is difficult for him. But Jonah was really an amazing mentor, and he really showed me a lot. And he gave me a lot of resources to help myself. And again, huge credit to you, Eli, for the way you pair those mentors and mentees. You do a really amazing job at that. And I really enjoyed this experience. I appreciate being part of this family. And I really look forward to continuing with you guys in any and every way you'll allow me to. Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing, Andrew. Thank you so much for that presentation, for the feedback, for the love. We all feel it, and we're going to continue to make sure you stay on that pathway to that momentum pathway. Before we move forward, I know we're a bit strapped for time. I just wanted to make sure we can get Latonya in to say a few words about her project. Latonya, go for it.
I just wanted to share some more insight on my project Code Command. I named it that because I want people to be able to be in a position to command their code. It may sound obvious, but I have some experience with tutoring peers for coding, and I just noticed that sometimes when people are trying to learn the code, it's actually compounded by the fact that they don't know basic computer stuff. So it makes it that much more difficult. And there's a lot of people who aren't dialing into that to try to help those populations. So I wanted to do something that was practical and could be a living resource for people in that position. As far as where I got the code, it's about a third done. I wanted to have animations for all of the focus areas, and that's because some of the stuff can't be captured in a how-to video with me just like, recording the screen, like Code Mind. Code Mind is around you getting your mind set to code. It's not the same thing as coding. That's something I always try to tell people, is that you really have to visualize yourself doing that. You need to practice other people's code, all that kind of stuff. And then obviously I want to get the self-assessment built out. So I'll continue to work on this. Other than that, I wanted to say some more about Chelsea Troy. I don't know if you can hear my voice is shaky. I am just so emotional right now. Like when we had our meeting on the scheduled plan, I was like, I guess this is our last meeting. And we were like, we're not going to say goodbye. This is not our last meeting. We actually have stuff scheduled to continue peer programming and doing podcasting together and all this other stuff. And I just have to tell you, when I did the little riff at the end of my video, that was just so sincere. Like I told Eli this. I really thought he was a snake oil salesman. He was just too shiny and too glitzy and too happy. And I was just like, when is this shoe going to drop about how much this is going to cost me? And so just thank you. Thank you so much for what you all do. I'm just so, so grateful. Okay, I'll stop yakking now. Thanks for your time, folks.
Thank you so much, Latonya. One time for Latonya. Oh man, we have some amazing mentees. All right, so as you all know, we're going to be wrapping up at 2 p.m. today. We have some amazing passion projects that we may not be able to get to, but we're gonna try to fit them in. I just want to jump to Scissors, our final alumni speaker, who is actually technically a mentee still, but his story leading up until today with this cohort is amazing. So Scissors, if you'd like to say a few words, please, the floor is yours.
I am really proud to say that on March 1st, I was hired at Emergent Works for the QA engineering department. I'm just going to keep this short. If y'all have been in the cohorts, if you work with me, you know I cry a lot. It's been a rough year and a half, and Emergent Works came through right in the minute I just signed the lease, got a new home, and I just really appreciate it. I had things I was going to say. I don't know if I can, but the ways that this program supports us on every level is truly changing lives, and I appreciate y'all. And I'll cut it short because we don't have a lot of time. But much love to everybody. I've been really inspired by you all, and I'm excited to work on the bail fund app and work to give people the dignity who can't afford it to await their trial at home like we all deserve to,
Wow. Scissors, we love you. Everybody give it up one time for Scissors. They've been an amazing asset to not only the EW team, but the community as a whole. So you already, you already know how we feel about you, Scissors. Yes, thank you once again for sharing, for real. Thank you. Okay, so we got 6 minutes. All right, Starsky Rivas. He is our next passion project. I'm going to share his screen now, and then we're going to wrap up on a very, very high note. Let's get it. Oh, a little bit ahead of myself. I might need to share my screen. Sorry about that, everybody. And 3, 2.
And good afternoon. Good morning to everyone on the West Coast, and good afternoon to everybody on the East Coast. My name is Starsky Rivas. I am a mentee with the Emergent Works program. When I came to this program, I really didn't have any experience working with HTML, with CSS or JavaScript. I've heard of the languages, but I've never actually got a chance to work or learn them the way I have during this program. I would definitely want to say thank you to Army for allowing me to be a part of Emergent Works. I think this opportunity was amazing. I think the experience was amazing. I also want to take the time out to thank my mentor, Perry Kate. Perry worked with me over the last 3 months, assisting me with understanding the concepts of these programming languages. Mr. Perry Kate, he was very patient with me. He was very knowledgeable individual, and he, you know, he took time out to basically help me learn the language and understand what it is I'm doing. And he, at times he even challenged me, and I really appreciate that, because I think that level of engagement is what takes individuals to the next level. I'm going to talk about the project that I worked on. The project that I worked on is guessing a number game. And basically the concept is you guess a number between a number range. I created this this box here where you actually get to enter a number. In this example, I'll enter 5,000, since the number is 1 in 10,000. Once I enter the number, I would click submit. And if I guess the right number, then I wouldn't have heard that sound. But because I didn't guess the right number, I hear the Pac-Man death sound. But with this project, I thought this was very interesting. I never knew all the things that these programming languages can actually accomplish when used together. And then just to think about how they evolve over time is also something that I found to be quite interesting. Next, I just want to talk about some of the code that was used. Like I mentioned, the HTML, some HTML code here. There's some, we linked some CSS code, and there's also some JavaScript code as well. If we look at the CSS code, the CSS code is very lengthy. And again, I found it to be very, very interesting. And I'm looking forward to basically what's next on the horizon. I think this experience was an amazing experience. I enjoyed every part of it. I definitely want to continue learning as much as I possibly can. With that being said, I just want to thank everyone that came out today and to support EW and to support this showcase. I definitely appreciate it. Enjoy your days.
Everybody, before we get out of here, I'm gonna play one little finale video, but before we go, I just want to say congratulations. You guys are amazing. We have a cohort full of goats. A goat is the greatest of all time. So I think all of y'all are the greatest. And to show their appreciation, more specifically the Hills Restaurant, thanks to Nola Rowe, Nola Rodney, she's still in the audience. The Hills Restaurant is gifting the Emergent Works team, the EW mentors, and the EW mentees one free meal through April 19th if you're in the New York City area. So one time for Nola Rowe, one time for the Hills. We will be sending out all of the information with the gift card, the final gift card for all the mentees and mentors. So stay tuned to your emails over the coming days. That's just one way of saying, you know, community's got to eat. You know, if you're going to be coding in front of that computer all day, you might as well have some amazing food. So with that being said, I want to thank all of you for coming out one last time together as a community for this particular cohort. We also have a passion project playlist that is on our official YouTube channel, and we will be updating all of this cohort's passion projects in that playlist. So by Tuesday, you will have all of those in there, and we'll start circulating them around the EW community. But Army, would you like to say anything before we play this wrap-up video?
Hey, can we just give a round of applause and some flowers to Eli for always being consistent, for always, you know, really showing up with that love. And like the funny thing is, like, I really give Eli a hard time, you know, but like every single day Eli show up, like really putting this community first, really selfless. It doesn't matter if you ask him to walk across the Brooklyn Bridge to go drop a laptop off, like Eli is really going to do it. So it's like, I really appreciate that. Thank you for leading our programs, and we really do appreciate you. Mentees, mentors, we love you. Please come back. You know, check your emails. We want your feedback. We want your feedback. So the post cohort feedback form, please submit that. You know, that is very helpful to us as we continue to grow and make changes. But literally today, just blown away by like the genius of lived experience. The genius of lived experience. That's what y'all are. That's what y'all represent and embody. So enough Martin Luther King speeches from me, because you're going to hear it in every sharing circle for the rest of your duration in this community. But I really love y'all, like from the bottom of my heart. Never been a showcase that I didn't have tears in my eyes. So really love y'all, truly.
As we wrap up another cohort of the one-on-one virtual mentorship, it's very important for us all, community-wide, to not only celebrate the wins that our peers have achieved throughout these last 16 weeks, but also encourage them to keep going. There is no doubt about it that excellence in code can come from anyone. And when we put our collective minds together, our efforts together, our hearts together, there's no limit to what we can do when it comes to changing the narrative of the tech space, of providing opportunities for disenfranchised communities in the tech space, but overall to make sure that we all have a say in the future that lays ahead of us. I am so incredibly proud of this cohort, and I am super excited to see the work that you all continue to do. Congratulations, y'all. Enjoy your day. Thank you for joining us. Emergent Works, Biggie W, let's go!
Eli will be emailing certificates. Eli will be emailing certificates. We really love you guys. Have an amazing rest of your day. You did it. You did it. You did it. 4 months, 16 weeks. Make sure you come back. We back in May. We back in May.
Well, officially starting in June. But yeah.
Yeah, we gotta give Eli a little break. He deserves a break.
All right, everybody. Enjoy your day.
Amazing.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much. Thank you.